Hello everyone, and welcome back to another week of Xbox Live Indie Games. This time we're looking at the games that were released during the week of December the 1st to December the 7th, 2013. We're starting off with Iron Axe, which is so good it does not even have a title screen. Just a screen that says start, buy game, exit game. It's all you need. Let's start on medium, I suppose. With evil lies eternal darkness, where you must battle and prepare. A famous quote from Iron Axe. I remember Eternal Darkness. That was a great GameCube game. Fortunately, that Kickstarter for the sequel didn't pan out, but right now we're pressing start for controls in Iron Axe. That's a nice photo there of an Xbox 360 controller. I like that the jump button is the same as the buy button on that. Uh-oh, skeleton. Seems that dangers are ahead. Should we touch that glowing mass of bubbles? We can, and if we do, we get teleported, and we get gold. Alright, here's an enemy. Threw my axe at him, and he died. Oh, hold on, and I died. It's a falling stone, which caused us to collapse into bones. Uh-oh, now I am out of my ranged weapon, and that guy was able to poke me with his sword, and now all hope is lost, I suppose. I would guess that's what happened. It's game over. And we're in some kind of prison, maybe? I guess that's what that is. Let's try that again. Maybe put it on easy this time. Let's see if we can continue on a little bit more in the adventures of Iron Axe. I don't think we need to press start for controls this time. So we're playing a mysterious hero. Can't even see anything of him. Or her. Who knows? All we know is that we're wearing armor that does absolutely nothing to protect us. We get hit by the slightest stone or sword. Uh-oh, skeleton with a green thing on his head. I guess the green thing was some sort of spirit possessing the skeleton. But it went down to our Iron Axe just like anything else. I mean, maybe there might be a reason that we're wearing the armor that will come up later on. For right now, however, it doesn't seem to do anything at all, really. We reached a dead end. Did that count as me dying, I wonder? Because we reached the end of the hallway and we warped into this level. Yeah, actually, one of my lives is gone. Like I said, it makes things a lot harder once we lose our axes. You have to watch out, because that guy's sword can reach us from a good deal away. We have to get up on him from behind, which is not an act worthy of a noble knight. But what else are we going to do? Our armor doesn't protect against the sword. Armor doesn't do anything. We're on level 1-4. Not much variety so far in these environments. What? Did I get hit by a rock? Maybe my attention slipped for a second. I was looking at these wonderful environments that we've been walking through. Just gray and brown, and they all have that same sort of rock texture, I guess we'll call it. Oh. Okay, so I guess the ghost can leave the skeleton, jump out in front of it, and kill us? I guess it can do that. Seems like that's what it did. But I think maybe that's enough of Iron Axe for right now. I have a feeling somehow that we've seen pretty much what Iron Axe has to offer. I don't know if this is going to get any different if we continue to plug away. So maybe we should just say farewell to Iron Axe and wonder what might have been. What mysteries will our knight discover with his iron axes? We'll never know. We'll never know. Next up this week is Astro Puzz. It's a great name. It's evocative.
Ready, go.
Of some sort of space illness. So how does this game work? Well, it's basically asteroids. Except, we have colored shots. And we want to get multiple colored shots on... Looks like there's some colliding asteroids right there. We want to get multiple colored shots of the same color on the asteroids, is what we're trying to do here. It's exciting, as you can see. Alright, let's try to get 4 on this one. Missed. Obviously, we will die if we collide with one of the asteroids, as happened there. Alright, I got 4 of them on one asteroid. That destroyed the asteroid, and I got points for doing that. See, if I put this other colored one on that asteroid, destroys the asteroid. Well, no, actually, it didn't. Asteroid's still there. But my probes are gone, and I got no points for doing that, so... It's AstroPuzz. Seems like how this goes. I haven't seen any other enemies, like UFOs or anything like that. Just kind of stays like this, as far as I can tell. It also becomes kind of annoying when you only have the one... only have the one asteroid left. You just kind of have to keep shooting through these colors. Waiting to get the right one. I mean, I need green. That's the one that's on that asteroid. I don't see a way to change the colors. I suppose we should probably check. Oh, well, alright. It's a lot of text. The color will be determined by the collector ship's current warp signature. Make sure that you use colored warp probes when collecting asteroids. Differing color warp probes will destabilize one another's orbit. Yep, okay. So no, I don't think there is a way to change the colors. Just gotta keep shooting until we get enough. Should at least beat one level, right? At least one. Oh, alright, here we go. Here's our big number 4. Oh, alright, I guess that asteroid being the size that it is can withstand up to 4. Let's try a 5th. There we go. Level.
Ready, go.
No. No, I'm not, honestly. I'm not ready for AstroPuzz, if I have to be entirely honest. Next up this week on Xbox Live Indie Games is Iota. Some sort of intro that we just saw, where our main character seemed very upset about something, and there he is. Okay, what can we do? We can run, we can jump. Could go down there, see what's hiding out down there. And what's hiding out down here are the credits. Alright, so we've got a side-scrolling platformer, all polygonal, and all looks pretty nice, which is unusual for XBlig. It's a better-looking game than we usually get on these. Alright, we can look at that monitor. Not that one yet. or any of these. There's a few monitors. We can run to the end of our ship here. Eventually, there's just no more area to run. Alright, so it seems like the only thing we can do here right now is just go back to that first monitor and see what's on it. And by doing that, we enter the first level, Light Switch. Alright, so how does this work? How does this game work? What is it all about? Well, we want to avoid falling, of course. Falling into the void from which there is no return. There's only death. See? I did exactly what I said I didn't want to do. Alright, we can press X, and we can change colors. This is one of the main mechanics of the game, it seems. We can change colors to match the colors of the shots being fired at us. And we become invincible. We cannot be hurt by those shots. Of course, if we were the opposite color, they would kill us in one hit. The goal of each level seems to be to get all of the yellow dots in the level. To actually move around in Iota, we really do need to get up some momentum, get up some speed. If we're just standing around, we really can't move too far to the left or the right. We really do have to get a running start in order to do much of anything, and I died. Those blue shots took me by surprise. The levels are pretty short. We do have to start at the beginning, it seems, whenever we die. But so far, it does not seem like the levels have been very long. Not sure what that intro was at the beginning, with robots running away with things and Iota chasing them, very upset, very angry. Alright, we got all the things. Now that we got all the things, the last thing has appeared for us to get. Oh. You know, I thought it was going to try to trip me up. Oh, actually I started here instead of the beginning. I must have hit some kind of checkpoint. Except now I have a difficulty making this jump because I have so little space to get a running start. And now I'm back at the beginning. Okay, so I picked up a life, it seems, which allowed me to not have to start at the beginning. However, the place I did start was most unfortunate because even though I was right at the end, I really did not have enough momentum to get off that platform. Iota feels like a heavy robot. He doesn't feel light on his feet. Alright. We got all the things. Iota raises his arm in victory because we got all of the things. It shows us a replay of our successful run. Maybe later on, if levels get more difficult, there would be reason to watch this, but I mean, it was a pretty simple level, even though I died a few times. We don't really need to go through that again. Let's go on to the next level, see what's there. Elbows first. Alright, so now, another thing we can do is force field or dash. The force field can be used to hold us in space. And we can use the dash to do that. Enemy robot. Okay, we can ram into it and kill it. My battery did not last quite long enough for me to make that gap. So anyway, the game seems to play not too badly. Like I said, if he feels he feels kind of heavy. He doesn't feel light on his feet. That can be a little bit frustrating in a platformer. to have to get all that momentum before we're actually able to start moving around. But the game looks nice and it runs very smoothly. Like I said, it is surprising when we start up an XBlig and it ends up looking like something like this. Let's see what's down here. Getting a little bit trickier with the colors of these shots. I'm just assuming that I have to be the same colors as the robots to kill them, but I don't know that for sure. Oh, okay, we reached the end of the time limit. I mean, hey, it seemed not bad. Honestly, it seems like a lot more care and effort went into making Iota than you will have in most Xbox Live indie games. It's not a perfect platformer, but it wasn't bad. It was kind of fun. And like I said, it looked a lot nicer and ran a lot smoother than most games that we see on Xbox Live indie games. So I thought this was interesting. I thought this was worth a look, or even more than maybe just a short look, just because it stands out more so than most of the games that we see on here each week on Xbox Live indie games. So that's Iota, and it honestly doesn't seem too bad. Next up is Nostalgya. So it's a very nostalgic kind of game. It's a space shooter or shmup, which attempts to evoke the nostalgic feelings of video games long gone by. Alright, who we want to pick? We have 6 we can choose from. I guess we'll just go with the first one, the captain, being the default. We'll see how this game goes. Right, so you've seen games like this before. Side-scrolling, we're controlling a ship, we have enemies in predetermined patterns that are flying at us. Occasionally something will fly onto the screen that we can shoot to get a power-up. There's quite a few ships, though, flying around. So when the game is called Nostalgya, there's really not much of a question as to what sort of nostalgia it's trying to evoke in the player. And since, of course, we've seen games like this before, I don't know if there's really a whole lot to say about it. Oh, looks like that weapon was only a temporary one. But now, I was about to say I got some missiles, but instead what we actually got was a game over. And sad music playing as we mourn the loss of the captain, who fell in battle, fighting for his people, for his species. Alright, let's see who else we can pick. He was speed fast. These seem exactly the same. I'd rather not pick average or slow speed, because speed seems like the most important of things in a game like this. I don't really want to control a slower ship. Alright, now we're doing better as far as getting power-ups than we did last time. Getting some serious beams right now, as we have 5 ways going on right now. I mean, the game seems well made. It looks nice. It plays fine. It's just that it is going for such a standard formula that it's really hard to say too much about it because you already know what kind of game this is. You already know everything you need to know about it just by looking at it for a few seconds. So while it doesn't make any claims it's anything but that, as of course the name is Nostalgya, at the same time, what else can you really say about a game which is not going to deviate from that formula at all? Let's at least try to see if we can make it up to the first boss. I'm better prepared this time. Some more powerful shots, I have missiles, and I have what appears to be a force field rotating around me. Don't know if this is a boss or a mini-boss, but I guess we'll find out when I destroy it. Nope, mini-boss. The level continues. I mean, like I said, it plays well enough. If you like the style of game, it seems fun enough. Oh, hold on. I think that's boss music that's starting up. Well, I didn't lose all of my power-ups. But I did lose my shield and my missiles, and some of my stronger shots. Okay, it seems like every time I die, I do lose something. So now I'm only down to 3-way. Let's see if it'll be enough to... It was. It was enough to defeat the first boss. Alright, I guess that's probably enough for Nostalgya. I actually can't even see my shots. I can barely see them against that sun. That's enough for Nostalgya. Like I said, it's a space shooter, shmup, side-scrolling. You already know what kind of game this is. You know how it plays. You've played games exactly like it. The game isn't trying to be anything else but that, as evidenced by the name. So you know whether or not you'd want to play a game like this. It seems fine for what it is, but it does not seem like it's going to be doing anything different or remarkable from what I can see of it so far. But that's Nostalgya, released on Xbox Live Indie Games. And the last game this week on Xbox Live Indie Games is KILLBOX. Yes, the last, I know. Only 5 games released this week. Well, at least I should say last week. In comparison to the last video, there were a lot more games coming out, but this week there were only the 5. In KILLBOX, we have a campaign mode, which seems to be the main game mode, but it's locked in the trial mode. Can't give a free 8 minutes away of the campaign. Just be far too much. So that's locked away entirely. We want to go to Experiment, where it says that we can freely experiment with all weapons unlocked throughout the campaign against enemies we choose and spawn. Okay. So by the way, this game has zombies. I hope you didn't expect we were getting out this week without zombies, because that wasn't happening, even with only 5 games. Okay, that's us. We can make enemies spawn. So that's a dummy. Let's see, we can switch enemies to, say, for example, Bobby Police. Maybe we want to spawn them. Alright, we killed them. Security? Sure, why not? Let's kill them, I guess. Police? Yeah, okay. Zombie police, okay. Now we're getting serious with some running zombie policemen. How about zombie security? Sure, and zombie police. And then random. We can make all kinds of enemies spawn out, and we can shoot them with a gun, as we will do. That's what you do with a gun when there's zombies around, I guess. And I can just keep hitting the A button to make them come out. Unfortunately, we can't just fill the entire screen with them. I guess the limit is... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Is that, So I guess, 7. I saw a 7th. Looks like 7 enemies is the limit. Or that's 6? No, that's 7, okay. I'm out of ammo, it seems. So that's all there is to KILLBOX, as far as I can tell. As far as the demo goes, we can't actually access the campaign mode, so I don't know if the game gets any different from this, but this is Experiment, and this is all that the demo lets you do. Get to shoot some zombies, as well as normal human beings, normal people, if you want to get your jollies killing them, as some of you might. But we'll just let this happen, let this continue on. But that's it. That wraps up this week of Xbox Live Indie Games. 5 games out: Iron Axe, Astro Puzz, Iota, Nostalgya, and KILLBOX, released during the week of December the 1st to December the 7th, 2013. So, super opening to December, I guess? It's a great way to start the month. The standout game, I don't think I need to tell you, was Iota. Like I said, that seemed like I had a lot more effort and care put into it than most Xbox Live Indie games, and I actually might be interested in playing it a little bit more, not just the demo. Everything else, I mean, Nostalgya, like I said, it seemed like it was made okay. It's just that it was very standard, which if you want that, it's great, but if you wanted something that does something a little different, add its own twist, its own turns on that formula, doesn't seem like it's doing that. Wow, we can take a lot of punishment, can we? I guess in experiment mode we probably can't die, as we constantly get mauled by zombies and shot by humans. But that's it for this week in Xbox Live Indie Games. Have a good week, I'll see you next time, and we'll see if any more of these wonderful, beautiful, gorgeous, independently produced gems that we all love so much come out. Next week for more Xbox Live Indie Games. Have a good week, I'll see you then.